Welcome to ADSN's coverage of the 2019 Wells Fargo Championship. Michael Freer here, capping off a Sunday that saw Max Homa win his first PGA Tour title, PGA Tour event, should say, in his 69 start with a final round 67 to win at 15 under par. He was a three-stroke winner over Joel Damon, who began the day as one of the three co-leaders. As we said, first PGA Tour victory for Max Homa in his 69th start. He shot a 67 on his final day, which was tied for the best round on Sunday. He really separated himself with a birdie on 10 and another birdie on 11, separated himself from the pack. He cruised in to the victory from there, never really threatened, leading by as many as 5 shots in the second along the back 9 there. He began the day 417th in the official world golf rankings. That obviously will move up after this, but a real surprise winner by many in his 69th start. He wins by 3 shots over Joel Damon, who matched his best finish of his career on his PGA Tour with a second place finish. He was also tied for second in 2018 at the John Deere Classic. And Justin Rose shot a 68 to finish third at -11. He's finished in the top 5 in each of his last 3 trips here, but this was his first one since 2016, so maybe next year he'll come back, and he's had a lot of success here. Some other notables on the leaderboard for today: Rory McIlroy began the day just 2 off the lead to begin the final round, but he struggled, never really got going, shot a final round 73. He had a bogey on 9 and then a double on 10 that really put him in some trouble. He never was able to recover from that. Finished tied for 8th at -7 overall. Jason Duffner began the day tied for the lead with Damon and Homa, but he shot a final round 73. Really, he had a double on 18. That's why he shot 73. He was really heading for an even par. He never could get going, never really challenged. He fell behind early in the 4th round and couldn't get going here. A couple other notables: Sergio Garcia, Ricky Fowler, both shoot 68, both finish in a tie for 4th at -9. And each of them, like I said, finished tied for 4th. Sergio had a really good tournament. He was even par after the second round. He shot 65 on Saturday and a 68 today, so he was 9 under after the final 2 days. He was 9 under over the final 2 days. As we mentioned, a lot of stuff going on here. We caught some sound from a lot of the participants here.
I've always pictured winning in my head, and it's pretty cool when I started to actually live playing, you know, a little bit behind Rory, Ricky, Justin, people. I talked to my coach a little bit, told him I thought I was going to throw up. He said, go ahead. And I talked to the No Laying Up boys. They were just, I don't know, telling me about the stuff I think I already knew about. But yeah, it was hard, but I thought I did a pretty good job. That was a lot more discipline than I had probably yesterday even, with the 2 delays. So I think that helped quite a bit because I was locked into what I was doing today. That's what Joe always tells me, just keep doing what you're doing, and I kept doing it. 14 was hard. That's when you got to grow up, I think, a little bit. I thought yesterday was brutal. Having to play with Rory, being first time in this position, was hard enough. Then you get 2 delays. Today, woke up, you know, talked to my coach. My coach texted me. Can't remember exactly what he said, but he said something like, you know, there's going to be adversity, there might be a delay. Just prepare yourself. So I prepared myself. We get that delay. It was a brutal time because I had played so well, and then all of a sudden I've got a 5-6 footer down the hill. I hadn't looked at the leaderboard yet, but I was assuming to keep a lead. And then, you know, obviously we got about an hour wait. But I knew in the back of my mind that I make that putt, I win this golf tournament. And I putted awesome this whole week. And I stood up on that putt, and we had a great read, and it was great to see it going because that's kind of when I think I knew my golf game was good enough to do this. There's a lot of doubts because when you haven't been here, if you could withstand the onslaught from all these great golfers. And when I made that putt, I knew I was in a good spot, both in the tournament but also mentally, to be able to do that today.
Yeah, just like something that I always say to him is like, why not you? Why not us? I mean, he's good enough. I mean, he has relentless tattooed on his arm for a reason. You know, Kobe Bryant's one of his favorite athletes, and he was pretty relentless. And I think, you know, Max is, you know, he's so competitive that, you know, he's just never going to give up. The thing is, if Max could just continue to put himself in the position, like around the lead, I mean, he's going to be great. He's going to do great. You know, finally we got in a position to actually win a golf tournament, and he showed how strong he really is. I mean, like I said, there's just not many guys who've never won on the PGA Tour and never played good. I mean, he backdoored his 2 top 10s in his career, but when he got by the lead, I mean, he did it. It's just really impressive. I mean, I believed it, and I told him that I believed it, but he had to believe it, and he finally did, and it worked.
So once again, Max Homa winning at -15, one of the lower winning rounds, the lowest since Rory McIlroy in 2015. He wins his first tournament on the PGA Tour. Last year it was on the web.com tour. Came through today in a big way, 69th tour start. He will obviously move up in the rankings. And be sure to tune in for ADSN's coverage of more of this and many other events throughout the year. Once again, this is Michael Freer from ADSN, and thanks for watching.
Telephone? You ever heard that song?